What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we'll be checking out a highly requested topic. Thank you so much for all the recommendations, by the way. Now, this will actually be something new for the very first time. I mean, something that we have never ever done in history on this channel, man. Today, we'll be checking out 20 unspoken rules of Canadian life that tourists often do not understand. You know, tourists and foreigners all around the world coming to Canada acting rude and ignorant is a no-go. Unacceptable. Because we don't tolerate that, man. You know, I got some supporters that tell me right now, we don't tolerate that mess. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, man. 20 unspoken rules. Now, some of these may be common sense, you know? Simple, common courtesy things that we should know. You know, that your parents should have taught you. You should have learned it in school. If not, I'm pretty sure you probably had a reality check sometime in your life, right? And if not, then I don't know. Then today is your chance to learn then. So we got politeness is paramount. Politeness is everything. Hello, how are you? How's your day? Thank you, please. Sorry, no thank you. You are welcome. Opening the door for people. It's common courtesy, man. If somebody drops something and they obviously see it, but you see it as well, go ahead. If you got the first initiative, grab it off the floor for the man. Okay, don't stare at them, which I both gonna stare at it on the floor. Greet somebody, compliment somebody's day. If they got a frown or look a little, you know, down in the weather, under the weather, then just give them a quick compliment. Their hair looks nice. How are you today? Oh, it's too nice outside to be not smiling. You know, something to get them going. I don't know, man, but being nice is everything in this world, and you could get a very long way being nice. You could have so many opportunities given to you and so many doors opened down the line of your journey, you wouldn't even understand how it's possible. You'd be like, wow. How is it all just happening to me? It's all just coming to me. That's because of your positivity, being good. What you give in this world comes back to you. So all my rude, ignorant, belligerent people watching this video right now, enough of that, man. Let's cut it out. You know, let's cut it out. Martin Luther King had a dream. Still a dream, but we could turn it to reality, you know? Let's all just be kind and nice. You know, let's all just be respectful towards each other. Jump on to number 2, man. Hold the door for others. What'd I just say? What'd I just say? I just said hold the door for others, man. You see somebody walking or running across the street, they trying to catch the door, open the door for them. Another thing is, if you open a door for somebody and you see them running towards you, you let them know, excuse me, sir or ma'am, you do not have to run. I have patience. Take your time. But if it's just one door, hit them with a have a good day. And they're going to walk off and be like, oh, you too, man. You too, man. I'm telling you, I've done it so many times. Just hold the door open for somebody. You will really make somebody's day. The world we live in, not too many people care about you. It's safe to say your own family probably doesn't care about you too much on the regular basis, you know? We're being completely honest. Especially if you are an adult, you are on your own and you're doing your own thing out and about in public, minding your business, you could be having a bad day. And it just takes for that one stranger to make up for it and to make you smile, crack a laugh. And those are the people, those are walking angels. That's like, I like to call them walking angels. You know, those are guardian angels. You only see them once in life, and they were there for that specific reason. They're still human beings, but they were there for a specific reason, or maybe not. Maybe they were angels for real. So don't you close that door. No, don't do that. That's so rude. Let's go ahead and jump into number 3, respect personal space. If we take in public transportation on a bus or a train, okay, I expect you to be all up on my bumper. Excuse me. I expect for you to be close up to me. Now, if we're out and about, the city's a little congested, but if we're out about in the store or something and you are just brushing up against me, or we're waiting in line or something and you are just all up on me, dude, like, relax. Like, you all on my back bumper, that's an issue, and that's personal space. Now I have the right to turn around and be like, hey, you know, could you back up a little bit, man? You know, you kind of in my bubble. And you can take it how you want. You know, respecting others is one of the main qualities of life. One of the main aspects of surviving is respect. Am I right or am I right? Tipping is expected. Unless you live within the countries of Europe, you know, it's not expected. Do not tip. It is considered rude. But in the States and in Canada, you must tip. You know, these people are paid half of minimum wage. Say it's about $15, $16 an hour, you're gonna get about $7 to $8 an hour plus your tips. Your money depends on your work, your enthusiasm, your attitude, your customer service. Yes, you need to bust your behind to make this money, and I respect my waiters and waitresses, you know? I respect them. When I see an option on that receipt and it says 20, 25, 30%. And I see that my waiter or waitress was very helpful and kind, didn't give me no issues, no dirty looks, or, leave me hanging for some time, or especially check up on me way too often. I don't like that. You guys doing all right? You guys doing good? How's the food? Do you need that? Low, leave me alone. Hey, let me take a bite. Leave me alone. I don't like, people that come up to me too often and bother me every second. I'm one of those people that don't like being bothered when I eat. So if you come once in a while and check up on a brother, cool. I may need a refill or, another this or that, but every second is crazy. You catching me like off guard. Like, I'm mouth is full. I can't even speak to you with food in my mouth, man. Mouth full of food. All I can do. Oh, you could just see I'm enjoying it. Tipping is expected. Please tip your fellow waitresses and waiters when you travel to these countries, especially, please. Especially if you come out of, the UK. Say, for example, you come out the UK. They don't tip in the UK, but if you come to Canada, please make sure to tip. If you come to the States, please make sure to tip, because this is what these people rely on. These are their jobs, They don't really offer much. You gotta really work. But they have a chance to make more money than the average person if they bust their behinds and if they are blessed with appreciating customers, who leave good tips, not cheap people that just, stop being cheap. Following queuing etiquette. Okay, following queue etiquette. Canadians take queues lines seriously. Okay, that's one of the things I was talking about. Cutting in line. You don't stand too close to people, and you definitely do not cut in front of people. I've seen it in person. You cut in front of somebody and you will get punched in your face. Do it to the right person. I promise you, you will get laid out. It won't be a fight because they gonna have that first hit. I'm off guard. I've seen it in person. We're gonna leave it right there. Follow the queuing etiquettes. Be nice. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, miss. Are you in line? I don't want to butt in front of you. Yes, yes. Oh, no, go ahead. There's your answer. Go ahead. You ask before you butt in front of somebody, because that dude got up. I'm talking about dripping, leaking. I didn't know you was in line, man. Come on, dude. What you mean, come on, dude? You see him with the item standing in one spot stationary waiting to go to the next self-checkout. You butt in front of him thinking that you was big dog and you was being ignorant and you got laid out. You seen him there. Don't get up now and talk about you ain't seen him. You should have asked. You should have asked. I didn't know if you was in line, man. You should have asked him. You should have asked about that. Small talk is light and friendly. Yes, small talk. I hate people that just run on all day. Now, I know I be talking a lot throughout these videos. This is reaction videos, man. Let me give my input. We can edit some things out if I'm chatting too much. That's cool, but in person, face to face, I can't really, I can't cut you off. I can't cut it out in person. I'm trying to just enter the store. You already got your items and leaving the store. Why can't I go shopping next? Let me go in. You running your mouth. See, I'm talking from experience. Oh my God. You running your mouth all day. I'm trying to go in the store, in and out. I don't even like being seen in public. I promise you, I'm like a ghost. I'm gone. You won't see me in public. No. And if you do, please say hi. That'd be like a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity for real, because I promise, I'm like a homebody. I really don't go out and about like that. I make videos all day. I'm like, oh, you talking to me? And that's what makes me antisocial. I'm like, I don't want to speak to people. The ones that just keep on running on and don't know when to let it go. But small talk is good. Hold the door. How your day going? Now take your time, da-da-da-da-da. Compliment them. Then say, have a good day. And that was all in the span of just holding the door open for them. It's easy, man. Simple things like that people really appreciate. Appreciate multiculturalism. Yes. Appreciate that, because you'll meet some amazing people, man. Don't be so judgy, Don't be judging from the outside. I've had some amazing friends throughout my time that were from different cultures. Literally spoke different languages. They were bilingual, trilingual. They brought, packed the lunches, but it was nothing here in America. It was like literally just foods, traditional foods of their country. Literally the snacks, the drinks, everything, even the clothes. And I'm like, you have to respect it. Respect these people's cultures. These people moved to our country to better our country in the future. We're in an education system. They might go to college in the future, become a doctor, a scientist. The same person you judging that's Indian or Chinese or I don't care, whatever, or African, that's the same person that might save your life years down the line, becoming a doctor, becoming a heart surgeon. Like, what are you talking? That might be the same person years down the line that delivers your baby. Huh? You're not thinking about it that way. That's why I be saying, let's be nice and respectful to everybody. Everybody can help you in different ways and, be a blessing in your life in many ways. We are all beautiful in all different types of ways, Be prepared for diverse weather. You got that right, man. It gets hot and cold in Canada. Just be prepared for the cold weather, okay? Because when it gets cold, it gets cold. No, when it gets hot in Canada as well, too. See, you guys don't really, you don't really have it good all year round. If it gets hot, it get hot. If it's cold, it's cold. I'm like, you could go ice skating, and then your tires can melt on the street. Somebody sent me a clip, the tires melting on the Vancouver streets. It gets that hot in Vancouver, your tires are melting. It sounds sticky as he's just driving past. Huh? It looks like you're ripping somebody's hair. That's what it looked like on the tire, just pulling, just sticky. It looked like gum. Hockey is a religion. We know hockey's big in Canada, but believe it or not, it's not even an iconic national sport of Canada. It's lacrosse, and a lot of people don't really know that. Respect nature and the environment, of course. As you guys seen from the compilation videos we checked out previously, you must respect nature, respect animals, respect the environment they live in, or they will attack you. They will come after you, man. They don't play that, man. And it's all about respect. We live lives too. How would you like people to come knock down our home and say, I don't care about that, and trash it and litter our front yards and stuff where we live? That's crazy. Imagine somebody ruining the inside of our home where we lay down at. You know, saying, oh, we don't care about this, destroying it. That's not nice. Same for these animals that live out here in the forest, destroying it and saying, I don't care about them, not thinking about them before constructing things and messing with them in public. And yeah, like, leave them alone and enjoy the experience. Enjoy the encounters you have with these amazing, beautiful animals, but don't disrespect them in the nature. Tim Hortons is a cultural staple. Used to be. A lot of people told me that they don't like Tim's no more, considering that they done switched it up. You get to add in sandwiches. It was a donut and coffee shop. Now you add in sandwiches and stuff. A lot of people do not agree with that. Don't assume all Canadians speak French. That's very true. I never will assume that. Avoid loud or aggressive behavior, especially towards a Canadian. They're really nice. You have to get them to a certain point to make them loud or aggressive. Us Americans kind of come off a little more loud and aggressive, I guess, especially if you come from the city. Winter activities are a big deal. Ice skating, swimming, canoeing. It's a lot of winter activities, a lot of winter sports out there that you could take part in. And being in Canada, and it's fascinating. I would love to go and see this one day. Oh, it looks like you could just drink straight from this lake. Public health care isn't free for tourists. Oh, wait, so if it happens in your country, we don't get the benefits of your country's healthcare? We did go over this before because I asked that question. In fact, it would be the United States healthcare, my healthcare provider, taking care of it. Although I'm in another country, as if a Canadian got hurt over here in America, you think they want to deal with our healthcare system? Have you lost your beans? Man, these people... Imagine telling a Canadian that. They're going to be using their Canadian healthcare, which gets taken out of taxpayers' income. Sales tax isn't included. I know, that's a blessing. That was part of the reasons why I wanted to go to Florida. You know, sales tax is a little different. You know, it's not as much tax out there. It's cheaper. If you're going to have to move somewhere else within the U.S., might as well be a tax-free state, somewhere where it's not as much sales tax and stuff. Yeah, you'll get more bang for your buck, honestly. Other than that, move out the country. Respect indigenous cultures. Always respect indigenous cultures. I had a lot of indigenous friends throughout my time in, elementary school. Yeah, I was one of those kids everybody looked at like they judged me and thought I was weird, probably because why are you hanging with them? You know, they had feathers. They used to wear feathers. They used to wear leaves. You know, they used to wear certain things that symbolize their culture, their traditions, and people didn't agree with it, and I found it as cool. You know, I was like, whoa. You know, me as a little kid too, not really knowing too much about it, I'm thinking, are they Mexican? Are they Hawaiian? Because of like how they kind of look, you know, how they kind of look in the face. That's just the mindset I had at such a young age. This is first grade, guys, elementary school. So I'm like, whoa, this is cool. What are they? But I was never disrespectful and called them Chinese or Mexican. All the teacher used to say when I used to ask certain questions, and the teacher used to say, you know, they have different cultures and traditions, different beliefs, you know, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful way of life, and you should continue learning more about it. I think they'll be great friends throughout your school. And that was true. I was friends with them up until third grade, and then they moved away. They moved away. I don't even know where they are, man. That's crazy. They moved away, man. But they was cool people. Wow. Yeah, they was actually, wow. They was cool people. And it's crazy how life works. I'm friends with a few indigenous people, man, as a first grader. Now I'm reacting, making videos to this type of content and learning about their tradition and cultures and more about the indigenous people and what they went through throughout their history. And it's fascinating. And shout out to them, man. I hope they're doing well. I hope they're healthy in life right now. Maybe we could reunite someday, you know? Hopefully they come across the channel and, hey, Strac, you remember me, man? Yeah. Look, send me a picture. I promise I'll remember you. I'll remember faces. Recycling and composting are common. Yes, of course, of course. I mean, I feel like that should be common everywhere, you know, in order to keep your environment healthy. Come on now, we have one world. We were blessed to live in one beautiful world, and we are trashing it every single day. Public transport is reliable but limited. Okay, so major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal have good public transportation because those are, you know, city areas. But rural areas often require a car. Of course, a car. Maybe there are some buses that travel to the rural areas and they tend to drop you off at certain stops, you know, maybe near the stores or something, like shopping centers. You may be able to catch one. That's good to know. You know, I'm only going to really be traveling around the city areas and using public transportation. I can't even get my own rental, man. And I don't believe I can actually get a rental out there in Canada at all. I don't think I can actually get a rental there. I think I would actually have to come from the US with my car. Oh, man. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to be riding Uber and, you know, a lot of Lyfts and stuff, but that's completely fine. Last but not least, man, be friendly but respect boundaries. Yes, be friendly but don't ask too many personal questions. You know, be friendly but don't be touchy with them. Now don't start asking them personal questions and getting in their business and trying to give them best advice about certain situations you heard them, you know, speaking with somebody else and you just overheard it. Don't be nosy. Don't be one of those people, guys. This was truly amazing and I enjoyed making this video and digging deep into 20 unspoken rules that, you know, tourists should know when traveling to Canada. If you all enjoyed checking out these 20 amazing unspoken Canadian rules just as much as me, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn all post notifications on. Feel free to follow my Twitch and Instagram in the description down below as well. That way you don't miss any of the live streams because guess what? We will start going live very, very soon and I don't want you guys missing out at all. And I have so many amazing ideas put to the side. And I have so many ideas put to the side for when I live stream. So I really do not want any of you guys missing out. And it gives us a chance to just enjoy each other, you know, as a community, as a family, and connect live in a live stream. And that is what I've always wanted. And we're gonna make it happen, man. Stay safe and I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video. And feel free to add some more unspoken rules in the comments that may have not been included in this list we checked out today.